morning, I'm Marla Ellerman. I'm Executive Director of the Mobile Payment Show and publisher of Mobile Marketing and Technology Online. We are here today at the Mobile Payment Conference with Welly, Sculley with Ripple. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Glad to be here.
So what do you do for Ripple?
So my job is business development. So I'm responsible for establishing strategic partnerships with companies that we think could really, let's say, bring exponential growth to our business.
Okay, and what is Ripple and what are the services that you guys offer?
Yeah, so Ripple is a software company. We're purely technology. We consider ourselves a software company specializing in global payments, cross-border payments. What we do is we provide software to financial institutions. So we work with banks like Bank of America, Santander, Bank of Tokyo. We work with non-bank financial institutions like Cambridge Global Payments, Earthport, Instarem. These are all non-bank cross-border payments companies. And we strictly provide software to these companies to make the movement of payments cross-border more efficient. Some of our solutions leverage blockchain technology. Other of our solutions leverage cryptocurrencies, digital assets. If a financial institution just wants to use fiat currencies, they never have to use a digital asset. They can keep doing using the currencies they're familiar with.
That's great. So how does mobile play into this for you guys?
That's a really good question. So from our side, we are agnostic to the form factor. So our position in the value chain is always in the back end of a financial institution. So think if there is a mobile payment, I think about someone checking out on their phone, maybe doing like, what is it called? The near field payments, the contactless payments.
Right.
And this would be an interface between the provider of the payment and the actual consumer, the individual. Where Ripple would sit would be on the back end of the provider of the payment in order to enable the provider to support features that they may not be able to do today with existing technologies. So think about like the speed of a payment, the cost of a payment, the availability of a payment. These are all things that can be inhibited on the back end of a provider that we try to help enable the provider support.
One last question I have, why is Ripple so cool compared to the competitors and everybody, you're kind of the talk of the town?
Yeah, I think the cool factor comes from really just like pragmatism, meaning we were the first company, so I've been with Ripple for about 5 years, and we were the first company by far to say, how can we use these new technologies, so blockchain, digital assets, in order to enhance the existing system? So how can we work with incumbents like banks, payment service providers, in order to help their current business rather than trying to directly disrupt them? So I think we were the first companies to really work with these really big incumbents to make a really big impact in the industry using this really cutting edge technology, as opposed to, I would say there are a number of companies that are trying to use these technologies to directly disrupt and upend the financial system, but really just aren't making a lot of progress. So I think the idea of taking a pragmatic approach, collaborating with the incumbents, has been, I think, a really effective strategy and has brought to bear these technologies much faster than I think if you purely try to butt heads with the system.
That's great. Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
We're delighted to be here. I think I am really excited to learn from the companies here about their expertise with mobile payments and where they think technologies that Ripple provides and the open source technologies that Ripple uses could be relevant to their business. I would love to see us, I think, get much closer to what mobile payments companies are doing today, more so than we're doing already.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.